Hey, Anna, have you seen the news about all the Russian fighter jets and drones, buzzing around NATO airspace lately? It just feels intense, you know?
Oh, absolutely, Stella. It's been quite the hot topic, especially with the incursions over places like Poland, Estonia, and Denmark. But here's the thing, and I think Secretary General Root actually touched on this. This kind of messaging, as he called it, isn't totally new. NATO, it's actually been trained and prepared for these types of situations for decades, honestly, since the Soviet era. Their fighter pilots, they know exactly what to do, which is super reassuring, right?
Right. I mean, that makes sense. It's not like this just popped up overnight. So, with these incursions, are we talking about a clear red line? I heard something about Britain, France, and Germany threatening to shoot down jets if it happens again. Is that really the policy now?
Well, the specific rules of engagement, they're obviously pretty sensitive. But the general idea is, these are seasoned protocols. Pilots assess the danger. If there's an imminent threat, they can and will take action, meaning shooting them down. If not, they'll escort them out of the airspace. The rules are definitely there, and our military people, they've got all the authority they need to handle it. It's not like we're just making it up as we go, which is important for stability.
Okay, that's good to know for the jets, but what about the drones? That seems like a whole other ballgame, doesn't it? Like they're smaller, harder to track, and the cost too. I heard someone mention using a really expensive missile to shoot down a super cheap drone. That's gotta be a bit of a problem, right?
Totally, Stella. You've hit on what they call the kit problem. In the short term, yes, it's not really sustainable to be firing off a $500,000 or even $1 million missile to take down a drone that costs maybe, a couple $1,000s. It's just not efficient at all economically. And then there's the intentionality aspect for drones, which is way more complicated than with a fighter jet. Is it on purpose? A malfunction? It makes a huge difference in how you respond, obviously.
So, what's NATO doing about that then? Because if these drones are becoming such a common threat, and it's not cost effective to shoot them down with traditional methods, that's a massive challenge, isn't it? It feels like we're a bit behind the curve on that front, I guess.
You'd think so, but actually, NATO's reacting really quickly. They're rapidly developing new drone interceptor technologies. And this is the coolest part. They're learning directly from the Ukrainians. Ukraine, being in an active conflict, they're actually like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the Russians in terms of battlefield innovation for drone warfare. So NATO's got this joint center in Poland, JTEC, where they're taking all those lessons learned and applying them. It's incredibly dynamic. Yeah, it's pretty exciting because it means we're not just stuck in old ways. NATO is really prioritizing the safety of its people, and that means being agile. They'll be rolling out this new tech over the coming weeks and months, so we'll have more dedicated, cost-effective ways to deal with these drone threats. It means that alongside the more traditional air defense, we'll have this cutting-edge drone interceptor tech at our fingertips. It's like a huge leap forward, you know?
Wow, that's genuinely impressive. So it sounds like NATO is really embracing innovation and not just relying on what's always been done. Learning from an active conflict zone like Ukraine, that's smart. It gives me a lot more confidence in how they're handling these evolving threats, especially with the drone situation being so unique.
Absolutely. It's all about adaptability and staying one step ahead. And in the meantime, if those drones enter our airspace, they'll still be taken down. We'll protect our people. It's a constant evolution, but the commitment to security, that's unwavering. So keep an eye out for these new developments. It's a fascinating space. And speaking of staying informed, don't forget to subscribe to the AutonmousWarfare.ai podcast and check out our YouTube channel for more deep dives into these critical topics.